Hello, BoobTube Universe. This video is brought to you by Sony and Monster Energy. Now, we are going to talk about something cool. World War II, Call of Duty, how to win more gun battles. Now I have a bunch of tips and I'm going to share them with you today. Now, one thing I noticed is that people have been claiming that primed or whatever it is, that one where you carry an extra, you get an extra piece of equipment and no flinch, so I think that is completely wrong for me. Anyways, I'm not going to speak for all of you, but that did not work for me as well as I would like. I didn't like primed. I don't care if I have an extra piece. I can get one other ways, by having it in my class or doing it. There's ways around things. There's ways of doing it. So the way I like to set up, MP40 is the weapon I use of choice, but I also like the M1 Garand with a nice sniper scope on it, and full metal jackets, and a quick draw is always good on any weapon. Quick draw is better than its place in the unlocking things usually. And the bar with the scope I have, and the M1 carbine with super good bullets that'll go right through you. And a machine gun without a scope on it. You want to just be able to mow them down, and it's easier. Okay, and the shotgun, this is how I usually have my shotgun set up, and then I ambush them with a special weapon sometimes. Now, since I play hardcore mode, I don't care about flinch anyway, so I usually go with this one here. That's the basic training I take. And unless I'm playing war mode, if I'm playing war mode, then I'll set one up as follows. I'll show you how I would set it up. Let's do it for God's sake. Now, oh, and this is also the kind of weed I'm smoking. But anyways, yeah, I'm a professional Call of Duty player. I mean, really. So I'll tell you all my tricks. Now look. So we need to set up one for war mode if we're going to be playing war mode, and we'll just call it war mode. We'll change this one to rename division, and I'm going to call it War Mongrel. Or just war's fine. War, and we're just gonna change this. That's all we're gonna change, is to this one. Where is it? We want a second piece of lethal equipment, and you get two S-mine 44s that way. With the handgun, with the quick draw, you always want that on the handgun at least. And then I like to have it with a bar with a scope on it with mean bullets, and as simple as that, with a bayonet. You get all that set up like that for war mode, and you should be good, soldier, and ready to face those Nazis on the beach, or be an evil Nazi yourself and kill a lot of Jews. I don't give a shit. Fight for whoever you want, play however you want, but take my tips as serious. Now, attachments are important, but I'd say for the most part, I just like to make sure I have a bayonet on a rifle or a submachine gun or assault rifle type weapon, or but there's a lot of things you can do. Now, so you can picking a better class is just the start. I like to start with score streaks. Now, score streaks is very fun to set up, but I'll show you my secret. I'll explain my secret of how I have the score streak set up. I don't know where it is. Come on now. Score streaks. Here we go. Okay. Now I like to have I like to have it set up like this. Obviously, you can see. I'll just show you my setup. I got fighter pilot, firebomb, and then paratroopers. You don't want anything more than paratroopers because you'll never get to use it, because by the time you do, the game's over. You only get 30 kills anyway. So this is as much as I would push it, honestly. But you play however you want, sucker. I'll kick your ass. Anyways, and mortars are good. If you want to use mortars instead of fighter pilot, that's the only variation that I would suggest using, unless you really need a flamethrower. If you like flamethrowers or Molotovs, more power to you. I like burning people too, but not how I kill the most people. So I don't know. There's a lot of things you could argue. Just how do you feel? That's why we missed dogs from World at War, and we missed riding in a tank. But that's about it. Everything else is here. And Team Foreskin / EBK, and Too Good, as I'm known, the ringleader of EBK. One thing is to go to top using all three attachments correctly. Now, for example, the machine gun that I prefer does not need a scope. You do not want a scope on it. You want to be able to just shoot people right in front of you. That's the idea. And of course, let's talk about secondary. You either have a good handgun, a really, really good handgun, or you want a shovel or an ice pick or a knife, but I usually suggest the shovel. Looks the meanest and hurts them. You break their collarbone and their head open, they're dead. They feel a lot of pain that way. And that's gonna end it for today. So, this is Too Good saying peace out, and I'll see you on the beach, soldiers.